So you're interested in buying a new smartphone? Well, today I'll share with you my favorite ones so far for early 2019, and also a few that I don't like. Stay tuned. All right, perhaps no surprise here, the Pixel 3. So as everybody talks about, the Pixel 3 is kind of one of the best Android phones around right now. I'm not so sure of that. It's definitely the best camera. And for a lot of our audience here, I know you guys are ex-Lumia users. Well, photography is super important. And the Pixel 3 and Pixel 3 XL, well, they're definitely exceptional. Now, I've used the Pixel 2 for a long time, and I do love the camera on that. I don't, though, enjoy these phones as much as some other people do, including our videographer, Mark Wim, who's converted to the Pixel 3 XL. Now, don't get me wrong. These are standard, nice phones. They get the job done. Really no complaints. I just find the hardware a bit boring. I also find the pricing for 4 gigabytes of RAM, well, I think it's a little bit high. Still, if you want the best and one of the cleanest experiences with Android, well, you can't go wrong with the Pixel 3. Next up, the OnePlus 6T. I would actually say the OnePlus 6. That's what I used, and I didn't upgrade to the 6T because I didn't find it much of an upgrade. Yeah, battery life is better, but I wasn't a fan of in-screen fingerprint readers. The technology is about to get good. Qualcomm has announced recently a new in-screen fingerprint reader, which should be very fast. These current generation ones, though, they're more novelty than I think functionality. I still find ones on the back of the device work better, which is why I stuck with the OnePlus 6. And the reasons why I like the OnePlus 6 so much and the 6T is the software. OnePlus has done one of the best jobs to Android I have seen. It's a very clean UI, very clean operating system, not a lot of baggage. And the few tweaks that they've done to the OS have actually improved Android dramatically, more so than what Google has done. For instance, when you drag down the shade for notifications, you can clear all the notifications with one button. You don't have to scroll through all of them. This is a small detail, but it actually matters in day-to-day usage. OnePlus also has a really nice dark mode and just all sorts of cool features that other device manufacturers haven't done. This is also just the hardware. I find the OnePlus 6 and 6T to just feel the best in hand, very good build quality, and it really comes down to that price. You're talking $550 roughly for a OnePlus 6 or 6T. I think it's just an outstanding value. So if you don't want to break the bank, but you want a premium phone, I think the OnePlus 6 or 6T is still your best bet. Although I've been using OnePlus for a few years now, this next phone is brand new for me, and it's absolutely made me a convert. It is the Huawei Mate 20X. I first saw this at CES 2019. I had no idea what it was. Folks, I don't really follow all of Huawei's news, but when I saw this thing, I was like, what the heck is going on? This is a 7.2-inch phone. If you're a Lumia 1520 user or missed that phone, well, this is probably your device. Now, because of the US restrictions on Huawei, you can't buy this in the store, so I had to order it from Amazon. But still, this is just a very good phone. The Kirin 980 processor is lightning fast. I love the AI and the camera. Well, it's got 3 Leica lenses, including zoom, wide angle, and a regular 40 megapixel camera, and it takes outstanding photos. Now, some people have criticized Huawei's OS, the EMUI. I actually don't mind it that much. And compared to Samsung, which I'll talk about shortly, I actually found EMUI to be quite good. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a few things that Huawei does on there that I don't really care for shopping and stuff, but you can disable almost all this stuff. And I still found the experience very nice. Still, the Huawei Mate 20X is not a cheap phone. It's going to run you between $800 and $900, but I think it's one of the best phones that have come out in the last year. It's really made me a convert, and I don't think I'm going to be going to any phone with less than 7-inch display anytime soon. All right, so those are my 3 top favorite ones, but let's talk about something like the Samsung Note 9. So I actually own this device too. I picked it up at IFA 2018 and been using it for a while. And I actually kind of like the Note 9. It has a lot of cool stuff. Obviously, the S Pen is really, really nice, but it's still a little small even on that screen. Samsung's camera is also pretty solid, but I'm really not a fan of what Samsung does to the operating system. Now, this phone is definitely better than the last few Samsungs I've used, but I still find a lot of their UI design, it's just not very good looking. It slows down, and the performance is just not as good as other devices. Now, some people are okay with this stuff, but after using the Samsung Note 9 for a while, I've switched away, and I don't see myself returning anytime soon. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, Apple. How can you talk about smartphones and not mention the iPhone? Now, I've had a lot of iPhones over the years, including the 6, 7, 8, and even the 10S, which is what I use now. And I actually don't mind the iPhone that much. I know a lot of people have a lot of opinions on this, but let's give Apple some credit here. They build basically a solid operating system that has very consistent performance, and the app experience on the iPhone is still better than Android. Having said that, there's no doubt that the iPhone is way overpriced for what you're getting, and I don't find their cameras to be very good. Sure, it'll take basic shots for you, and I think it'll do a good job, but if you really want the best in imaging, I don't think the iPhone is it. There's also all the tie-in stuff with Apple, so if you really want to change up or customize your phone, well, this device is not going to be for you. And if you watch this channel and you're interested in using Microsoft services, well, you can do a lot on the iPhone, but you can't do as much as you can on Android. I think that's a big issue. But speaking in favor of Apple, well, they do have better security and better privacy features than Android, and they won't track it as much as Google does. So for some of you, that's going to be a big deal, and I don't disagree. All right, so those are some of my favorite smartphones so far for early 2019 that I actually use and recommend. Now, obviously, these are not very much budget phones, so if you leave me a comment below with some ideas, maybe I'll take a look at some of those as well. Otherwise, you tell me what your favorite phone is and what you want to see later in 2019 from these companies. Are you about the notch, the pinhole, or neither? Let me know. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Take care, everyone. Skewed higher towards price, so I didn't touch budget phones. Maybe I'll look at on that later. One more time. And today I'm going to share with you my three. Well, three. I'm going to mention the other two, but they're not my favorites.